4 assists in the first quarter. Not what we want, but we end with 31, and 30 is always my number. 8 turnovers. When you look at those little things, individual performances, Zach and DeMar and Jonas, spectacular. Keegan he's a monster. And Keon continues to do Keon things. Guys came in off the bench and added effort and intensity and enthusiasm. For us, as we continue to build, this is what I would consider a professional win. You go out and you just lock in on what you need to do. And if it's 1, if it's 2, if it's 20, it doesn't matter how many points, you just leave the arena with a win. So really proud of our guys.
Doug, we're seeing Keegan really turn it on here over the last couple of weeks. He had a rough shooting night the other against Denver, but tonight, again, 19 and 9. So how big is that for your team to have that third or fourth score?
It's huge, James, but I will even take it a step further. Like the ability for him to score, because he is such a good shooter. Then now you can see he's getting out in transition a little bit and finding ways to get to the basket, offensive rebound. But what he's doing on the defensive side of the ball is special. Like in my opinion, he and Keon are all league defenders, and they should be recognized as such. Whether they will or not, you will probably hear me continue to say this, because what they bring to our team and what they do for our team is part of the reason that those guys in that locker room have been able to turn it around.
Coach, we asked you before the game about the emotions. Were you surprised that every time De'Aaron had the ball, he was booed by the fans?
Fans, no, when he came out, they cheered. I think that's probably the vibe and the feeling of the people. I just think that is part of the game. It's the gamesmanship of the fans and cheering for their team and those type of things. I think that Foxy is loved here. And like I said, pregame, like things like that take a little bit of time. Time heals a lot, and fresh wounds, and yeah, he's loved.
Doug, kind of following up on that, how did you feel your players, especially Zach, responded to the emotion of the night? Zach being the guy that, was kind of carrying the weight of replacing De'Aaron.
I thought they did a good job. That was part of my messaging to them, is making sure that we don't get caught up in that. That's part of what happens when you promote a game and a lot of different things, but that's not what we're here to do. We're here to win the ball game, and we have to figure out a way to navigate through all of that. And I thought as a unit, like I said, the start wasn't exactly what we wanted, but after that, we kind of found our way.
Doug, can you just talk a little bit about the process of like integrating Zach and how, things started, first 4 or 5 games or whatever, and now how things are looking with the scoring and the efficiency and all that?
Yeah. Zach, first of all, is a special and spectacular player, and trying to unlock him is a lot of video, a lot of conversation between me and LB and Dip, and just trying to see and how he wants the ball. And I think there's even more levels to it. He has ability to play off ball with his quickness, back doors, lobs, but then he can play backside action and hand off to him. And then there's the get the hell out of the way at the same time, and not everybody has that one. And I think, like, just talking to him, having dinner, and I don't know that he's gotten this many wide open shots. Like, guys are finding him, and I think when he first started, there was a little pump fake, and he's trying to catch and find a rhythm as opposed to just catching and pulling the trigger. So I think Zach will continue to evolve, and I'm really, really glad he's on our side wearing our jersey.
Doug, tonight you moved to 20 and 11 since you took over. Just how crazy has this been for you, and to get that 20th win already, and to sort of see where you guys are at in the standings and you guys have a shot?
I haven't looked at all that, actually. So this is all about our guys, man. It's not really about me. I'm a vessel to try to let them be the best version of themselves and put them in the position to be successful. And then their openness and willingness to allow me to coach them sometimes hard is really everything, because that's what our league is about. Our league is about great players and the ability to communicate with them at a really high level. And all credit really goes to them. It's like I said, it's not about me. I'm here, and I love them. I appreciate them, and I mess with every single one of them. So it's a lot of fun for me to watch them succeed. When I look at a guy like Keegan and where he was at, and watching him now and the smile on his face, and then watching his teammates find him, those are the things like that we work on, that we talk about, that we show film on, and then to watch it manifest itself on the floor, that's what probably gives me the willies the most about what they're doing. Yeah. Appreciate you guys.
Malik, just first off, how are you feeling coming back that first action after the toe?
Shit, I'm tired. Yeah. Feel good, though.
And just where did you kind of see this one go wrong? Obviously, physical team likes to run, taking advantage of maybe the schedule for you guys, 3 games in 4 nights.
Yep, maybe a little bit of that, but they just outworked us. Came in, like you said, was out physicaling us. And, yeah, man, they just punked us tonight. We didn't get no loose balls. They was beating us to every loose ball. So, yeah, they just outplayed us tonight.
Malik, outside of tonight, team's been playing pretty well over the last handful of games. What's been your perspective on that from the bench, not being out there with them, but what the team's doing well and how you feel you can build on that?
Yeah, we were not getting pushed around like we did tonight. Everybody was flying around. Everybody was talking. We was all on the string moving at once. We kind of took a step back tonight. But, yeah, we'll figure it out.
League, obviously a tough 2 games, but after, a disappointing loss like this, what do you take from this moving forward?
Not to feel this feeling again, especially this late in the season. This is a tough race, man, in the West right now. So a loss like this can either turn your season around or go downhill. So I feel like we're going to turn it around with this, talk to the guys, and, yeah, we got to figure it out.
Malik, you left at the end of the third quarter. Did you aggravate the toe, or was there something else going on?
Yeah, no, it just felt weird. Just going to get it checked out.
And it was okay?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
Yep.
We haven't seen you since the Spurs were here. Haven't talked to you since then. There was a video of you and Rasay going back and forth a little bit. Do you want to comment on what that was about at all?
Comment on what?
Just the conversation. It looked like confrontation even.
Confrontation? No. That's just how we talk to each other. But I'm here to talk about basketball, man. I'm not here to talk about what me and Rasay was talking about.
Malik, while you were away from the team, like a lot of things started to click a little bit. How do you figure out ways to sort of put your flavor into what's happening there?
Yeah, get people more involved. I feel like because we get a little stagnant on the offensive end. So I got to just give up myself scoring wise to make plays for other guys, just to get the ball moving, get everything flowing together. And I feel like that'll get our defense better because you can't really run when you're taking the ball out the net. You don't really feel good on defense when you're not making shots too. So all of that play a little bit together. But I feel like I'm gonna sacrifice myself a little more with the scoring and just get everybody else involved.
And playing New York tonight, did you feel like having them just a few weeks ago in the Garden, was it similar in any way, the way they've kind of game planned against you guys?
Yes and no. We had a few. The team was a little different then, so game plan was a little different. But they kind of did the same thing. They roughed us up there a little bit too, and yeah, they did their job.
Obviously, tonight's a little bit of a hiccup, but you guys have been playing really well offensively in a slower pace. How much do you feel like that is part of like the changing identity as you guys figure out what works offensively?
Yeah, man, we gotta We got a great ISO scorer with Debo, another great ISO scorer with Zach. That's just us trying to fill out each other and just figure out what's working. You always can't play slow. You always can't play fast. So we got to find the middle ground. And I think we've been doing a good job at that. So we got to turn it around and Golden State.
Keegan seems a lot more assertive, at least recently. It also seems like there's an effort to get him more involved early in the game. What have you – is that – been a coaching game plan of let's get Keegan some touches, or is he commanding the ball more? What have you noticed just from the last handful of games with him?
Yeah, I feel like he guard the best player every night. So you got to give him some at some point because sometimes he only shoots the ball 8 times. So we try to give him confidence on that end so he can go down and do what he do on defense, which is guard the best player every night and do a great job on him. He's been doing that all season. So, yeah, we just try to give him his confidence on both ends.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Jonas, I know last night's not an excuse, the back-to-back and all that, because everyone plays back-to-backs, but was there a bit of an emotional letdown after that game last night that may have carried over into this one?
I don't know. We can look for excuses. We can look for reasons, but it's on us. It's on us tonight. It was embarrassing. We didn't come out with the energy. We didn't play our game. So we got to be better. Simple as that. I know it's not easy to do, but yeah, we got to find energy. We got to find our style of play and be better.
Was it pretty expected that they were going to try to run you guys most of the night?
Well, again, as I said earlier, we got to be ready. We got to be ready. We weren't ready today. I don't know what happened. Yeah, we can find a lot of excuses, but I ain't gonna cut it.
You guys had taken a lot of defensive steps post All-Star break and then kind of obviously didn't execute on that end tonight. What do you feel like was the difference there?
Well, they made it shots. They made a run, fast break. A lot of areas we didn't cover right. So we got to come back, watch the film, see where we can get better, and not repeat the same mistakes as we did today.
The Knicks are known for being a physical basketball team. I know that's your game with the physicality, but how do you assess your teammates, the rest of this roster, and their ability to handle a physical team like New York?
Well, we're a physical team too. We got physicality. We play tough. As I said, we gotta come back and see where we made the mistakes. Film gonna show what we did wrong. So it's the best coach's film.
Like you said, this was an unacceptable loss. And being new to the team, how comfortable are you with voicing that to your teammates?
I think we all feel the same. We all have this locker room is full of competitors. Guys who really want to win, and that's why they're here. So I don't think we need to voice it that much. We all feel the same way, and I think we all on the same page, and we all got to be better. Thank you, guys.